It's been almost 2 weeks, but all of the 3.4 million ballots cast this year have finally been counted. And while President Donald Trump tightened the gap with President-elect Joe Biden, he still came up 10,457 votes short. But Trump supporters flocked to Washington this weekend, as Cronkite News' Tina Giuliano reports.
Last week, Biden supporters filled the streets of Washington, D.C. This week, it was the Trump supporters' turn.
4 more years! 4 more!
Some called it the Million MAGA March, and others called it the March for Trump.
USA!
No matter the name, the streets of downtown D.C. were full of people in support of the same thing.
Trump won! Trump won! Trump won!
One of those was Tucson resident Chelsea Pajak.
I wanted to come out to show my president that I appreciate him, that I support him, and that I support his cause in pursuing a true and fair election.
Pajak and her dad flew to D.C. from Tucson after finding out about the march last week.
My daughter called, probably been maybe 4 days ago or so, and said, "Dad, there's something happening in D.C. and we need to go out and support our president."
The crowds marched to the Supreme Court, where people made speeches and cheered in support of the president, 1 week after Joe Biden was declared the winner. Trump has not conceded and continues to tweet unsupported claims about voting irregularities. Wald Billig said he wasn't always a Trump fan.
But as I started to study more his policies and the things that he'd fought for our country, they were good for my family, my business.
The rally was not without some tension between sides as counter-protesters set up shop next to the Supreme Court. But a heavy police presence at the event kept conflict limited to shouting.
Respect other people's beliefs, especially when we can have civil discourse. And if that doesn't happen, I don't want to involve myself.
But Pajak doesn't think it will have an immediate impact.
Will become president? No. To be realistic, no, I don't think that us being here and our presence will just flip an election.
But Pajak said the rally gives her hope.
The level of camaraderie we've felt can change the future.
Wald Billig said he will accept the outcome, whatever it is, until the next election.
And if it's President Trump, great. If it's Joe Biden, well, support him and hope for him and encourage him to do what's right and try to vote him out of office in 4 years.
USA! USA!
This rally may have lasted for a day, but the fight goes on, with lawsuits and ballot recounts happening across the country. In Washington, Tina Giuliano, Cronkite News.
While the day-long rally was boisterous, it was largely peaceful. But when the event ended and the sun went down, there were reports of sporadic clashes around D.C. Metropolitan Police reported 23 arrests over the weekend related to political rallies.